Yeah, man. We just roll. We're rolling like some early 2000 kids at a fucking rave. Look at my pupils. Look at my pupils. Man. You just got to be tough. You got to be tough. You can't be weak. You got to be tough as nails.
Tough as nails.
I'm tough.
You gonna hit the nail on the head? Nailed it.
Like, how long do you think you're going to be tough? Like, old, when you got to protect your house when you're like 80.
Yeah. Oh, hey. No Copper Cup Club today, but we got the Red Solo Cup Club today.
Welcome to another episode of the Bernie Dyke podcast, Keegs and Kota, number 30.
30.
We're in the house. We're making numbers.
30.
It's been a couple days. You guys haven't seen us in a few weeks.
No.
And you know how many people were... Dude, messages. None.
I know.
Not one. I didn't get anything. Nobody cared that we were gone. So I'm
They're
back.
Like, wait, you guys do a podcast? That's how fast they fall off. They're like, oh, fuck, I forgot you do that. It's been a week and a half.
Oh, yeah. We still haven't listened to the third one. Sorry.
We still haven't listened to the other 29 of them.
So we're back. Thank you for everybody that does listen to them. We have been getting downloads. We have, so somebody's either just storing them on their phone or they're actually listening to them out there. Either way, we appreciate it. Numbers are numbers. And it gives us a reason to come in here and just blurt out complete bullshit, as you are very aware of. So
yes,
we're here. It's Thanksgiving week. I just coming off a vacation. That's why I haven't been around. And Dakota has been busier
than ever.
First place champions.
Ooh, yeah. Daughters had the cheer competition, their first cheer competition.
Shout out, girls.
5 years old, going on 6 years old here soon. They took first in their competition, and we are going to state, baby.
First place.
Yeah. Going to state. I'm be one of those cheer dads. I always wanted to be like a wrestling dad because, like, you know, my parents were wrestling parents. Cause I
could always get them into jiu-jitsu still.
Yeah. Then we got tournaments and stuff. But, yeah, now I'm going to be a cheer dad now. And gymnastics. They do gymnastics, too, which I'm actually real excited about that. There's all-day events. You got the cooler. You're allowed to feed a bunch of kids.
They're so adorable, too. That picture of them with the first place thing. Oh, so much sass, dude. I looked in the picture and I just started laughing because I was just scrolling. Because you're one of like 4 or 5 friends that their kids are into that, either the gymnastics or the cheer. So I see it all the time. I'm just kind of scrolling and I was like, oh, I see a first place in there. We got to check this out. Who's winning?
Yeah.
These guys over here.
We're winning.
So congratulations, girls. Good job.
I think I might have screamed "fuck yeah" in the middle of a bunch of kids. It's like "fuck yeah!" I mean, yeah.
Is it like, how does that go at those cheer competitions? Is it pretty rowdy?
In between, yeah. So like when the teams come out, they do like one cheer where it's like them chanting their cheer, and they're supposed to get like crowd reaction. So we were yelling back, "Purple and black unicorns attack."
Oh, so you got to get in on it.
Yeah, we did. They get that. That helps with their points they're scoring.
Oh,
and
man.
then they do like a dance routine one type thing. You know, like a normal cheer you see with like the montage of music and whatnot.
Y'all roll in with a squad?
Oh yeah. We had like got a bunch of parents and stuff there. Yeah, I got some of the aunts and uncles, grandparents, whoever.
You got to
squad up. Just for our my 2 girls, we had there's probably like 8 or 9 of us there.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I used to get embarrassed when my mom would scream out a basketball game, so I can just imagine, like, you screaming. Probably gets attention. You going all bear mode up there.
Yeah, I don't know. When I played like football and wrestling and stuff, I didn't even hear anything. I don't even remember hearing people. The only thing I ever heard was my oldest brother Dave would do this. He does this whistle, like, grabs the lip super loud, and like I could pick that out of a crowd anywhere. But other than that, it's never really. I don't know. Never hear too much. Hear my coach yelling at me, and that's about it.
Well, like I was asking you before, because you're one of those big tough guys, so...
What's it like to be tough as nails? Is that what you want to know,
What's it going to
Keegan?
be like when you become an old person and you got to protect your house?
Oh,
Are you going to move into one of those communities where you don't got to worry about it? Once, all the kids are gone, you ain't got to deal with it.
I don't think so.
Y'all can swing and do all the freaky stuff old people do up there.
Passing around the decades-long gonorrhea.
Man, you've waited this long. It's time to share.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I would just imagine I always got dogs and weapons, That's what I've always done. That's what I always do.
Yeah, man.
I'm like a fucking paranoid person when it comes to like, I got my girlfriend and the 2 girls in the house.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying when you're 80.
Yeah. No, I'm saying even right now, like I'll get up and like walk right the perimeter and check the windows. You don't want
to like trying to come in my house right now is probably. I got little muskrats running around this thing all the time.
You're gonna get your Achilles bit.
Yeah, you're just gonna let me know where you're at. That's all I need to know. But when you're old, like you're not spry anymore, so you got to know like how you gonna protect your situation. You can only move into such a safe neighborhood,
right?
You know that sometimes you move into the safe neighborhoods. That's where they prey on, right? Because they know you're there. So what happens when you're 80? Like I said, do you go to a place where you know you got the protection, or are you gonna still try to tough it out? I mean, some of these kids coming up,
I feel like
they
you
seem
gotta
pretty
try and
soft,
tough it out.
bro. They seem pretty soft. Like I'm willing to take my chances.
I'm gonna be like Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino. I'll be like that grumpy old dude in my garage all the time.
You only not to shoot them though. If you yell at some of these kids now, they'll just start crying.
Little bitches.
So to prove that point, because this is just a generation gap thing, you know, because people back in the day that were alive, you know, 45, 50 years ago, alive. When they were born 40, 50 years ago, they were born in a little bit tougher time.
Yeah.
They had to fend for themselves. You didn't take shit. You just got stuff done. And it's always the little one. It's always the little fiery one that you got to watch out for.
They've been dealing with it the longest.
So I read this I saw it like 2 days ago and I read it again today. So it kind of caught my attention. But this 82-year-old elderly lady, very small, about my mom's size. I guess she's a weightlifter. She works out. She's fit, which is very important for everybody, but especially when you're getting older. And this is where this comes into play, where some old people wouldn't even have been able to get to the phone to alert the police that an intruder was trying to get into their home. This lady tried, she had a guy trying to, like, he was kind of creeping around her property. So when she went to go check out what was going on at the door, he tried to come up to the door to get in. And she shut him down and said no. And he tried to force himself into the house. And when he did, like I said, most old people maybe would have fell down, tried to get out of the way to get to the phone. Not this lady.
She works out.
Bro, she's got them muscles. She's got them old school muscles. So this old dude or this dude tried to B&E on old Margaret, and what happened? Margaret weren't playing that. Yeah, she went for the first thing that she could get her hands on, which was a TV tray. She gave him a quick two-piece with the TV tray.
Wait, like one of the trays that sits on like an ottoman type thing, or was it like a stand-up like dinner?
You know, it wasn't a breakfast tray,
like a dinner table type thing. You know what I'm talking about, like the one with the legs on it.
That it was the leg one. That's the one
she
you
just hit him with damage. It like an axe.
Yeah, that one's putting out like 4 or 5% damage. Where the one with the little tray, you're only gonna get like 0.5%. You're not gonna get the full percent off that. Right. So she got him with the old school one.
Yeah, the like real wood, like oak.
The oak one, the ones that I have them.
Yeah.
So she clocked him with that, got him pretty good, I guess. Got him on the ground, and she beat on him for a bit. Probably grabbing remote controls and shit. Margaret was getting in there. I don't know what her real name is, but she was getting busy.
We're calling Margaret.
So then, quick thinking. She's smart. She knows, all right, maybe I might be a little bit outmatched here, but I know I got him down. So she runs to the bathroom, and she gets herself some shampoo. She comes out with the shampoo, gets it all in his eyes.
Ooh, she maced him with the soap.
She covered this dude with shampoo and then alerted the police. And when they got there, they had to take him to the hospital.
He couldn't see, and he was trying to get up and slipping and shit, I bet.
He was clean, though.
Oh, he was clean. Smelled great. Pert Plus, you know what the old people use.
Oh, man. She whooped his ass, bro.
That's fucking awesome. You fucking go, Margaret, or whatever your real name is.
I'm going to have to, you know what, on the next episode, I'm gonna go find her name because I feel I should just Google it. Because I feel bad that I'm not giving her real credit.
Right.
82.
But knowing her, she probably doesn't even want that credit. She's probably a fucking badass. She's like, don't talk about me. You already know what happens.
Willie Murphy.
Her name is Willie?
Her name is Willie Murphy. She's a bodybuilder, dude. She ain't very big. But again, she got the, there she is.
What state was this in?
Let me get it up right here.
Willie Murphy.
Beats home intruders so badly he had to be taken to the hospital.
Fuck yeah. Let's go,
she's
Willie.
An award-winning female bodybuilder.
Let's go, Willie.
Turn the tables, literally.
That's what I'm talking about.
See, that's what they write. They got writers. They just turn the tables on him. Home intruder. Beat him so badly. after he broke into her house that he had to be taken to the hospital. Willie Murphy said she was getting ready for bed in her home in Rochester, New York, around 11 p.m. when she heard a pounding on her front door.
Heard a pounding.
She heard it. So she went out there. It was a man. He was outside saying, please call an ambulance because I'm sick. I'm sick. Murphy ended up calling the police to get the man the help he requested, but she didn't let the man inside, which caused him to become angry. Ooh. She said, I hear a loud noise, and I'm thinking, what the heck? What was that? The young man is in my home. He broke the door. Murphy, who said she can deadlift 225 pounds.
Is that her right there?
Yeah.
And she's 82.
82.
Get the fuck out of here.
And she recently won a weightlifting competition earlier this year, was shocked but unperturbed. Look at that. My word came back around
Perturbed.
again. Yeah, she was unperturbed. He picked the wrong house to break into, she said. So this is in New York, by the way. It was in Rochester, New York. She grabbed the first thing she could, a table. I took that table and I went to working on him. And guess what? The table broke.
So wait, it says a table, or is it a dinner,
I think it was a little TV table. Dinner table, but
I don't know. She's a fucking champion weightlifter, bro. Maybe she grabbed an actual fucking table and blasted this dude.
The intruder immediately fell on the floor, but the beatdown didn't stop there. When he's down, I'm jumping on him, Murphy told him. Wham! She demonstrated how she stomps on him. And then she ran into the kitchen and grabbed a bottle of baby shampoo. Well, baby shampoo, they ain't got no burn in it, right?
No. Hey, there's a funny thing about that. It's not no tears. Because the word tear and the word tear are spelt the same. It's actually no tears. Like their hair won't tear from using it. Little double entendre misdirection there.
For real?
Yeah, fucking Johnson & Johnson, bro. Sucking a bunch of Johnson.
I just saw that if you were using baby powder, there's a lawsuit.
Ooh. Okay.
Real. Like talc lawsuit. I just saw that. So she ran in, grabbed the shampoo next to the phone. I don't know why the shampoo was next to the phone, but she said that's where it was. There's a bottle of baby shampoo on the table, said Murphy. I grabbed the shampoo, and guess what? He's still on the ground, his face, all over it.
I bet you Willie, 82 years old, probably still has a house phone, and maybe she's got like her
It is a house phone.
Maybe her grandkids come over, and maybe they're small, and she bathes them in like the big kitchen sink. You know, that's not out of this.
I just love the quotes, like when it's her talking. There's a bottle of baby shampoo on the table, said Murphy. I grabbed the shampoo, and guess what? He's on the ground still,
Blow.
In his face, all over it, the whole thing. He's trying to get up, and he's pulling, and I got the broom, and he's pulling the broom,
beating him with the broom,
and I'm
too?
hitting him with the broom, hitting him. Guess what? He wants to get back the heck out of there, he wants to get the heck out of there. I had really done a number on that man. I'm serious. I think he was happy when he went in the ambulance. Oh, shit.
Hey, don't fuck with Willie Rochester, all right?
The cops were taking selfies with her and stuff. I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. You know, and
that's a fantastic story.
When you get old, you got to be able to move quickly because you don't know what's going to happen. And that's why I always preach to everybody, please take care of your body, go to the gym, go for walks, go do all that stuff, try to make yourself a little bit uncomfortable at that point. That way, in a situation when you are uncomfortable, you can do something.
It's actually one of the best things you can do to extend your longevity, your life, is weightlifting. Having more muscle mass is scientifically proven to help extend your life.
Isn't it crazier, though, that we all know that? That we all know that if you exercise, that you will feel better and that you'll be healthier, and we still don't do the same.
And we all know that if you drink a little too much, it's not real good for you. And if you smoke, it's not good for you.
Don't smoke.
Yeah. I mean, you know, every once in a while. No, don't smoke.
Smoke 3 cigarettes at once. Doesn't feel good, does it? It's probably a sign.
Probably a sign.
But no, for real, when you get older, you want to be able to move around because, like, check this out. If you were living in China recently, I'm just going through some news because, you know, I'm bored and I like news. This is how China warns you, like, at least in the United States. I like to think that they would try, which we are precautionary because when we launch rockets and stuff like that, we try to do it near the coast. That way, any debris that falls out,
right? We don't get one of those system emergency fucking texts on our phones.
We try to avoid all that shit. So, but when you're in China and they don't that's not their problem, and they're going to launch from areas that they feel they want to launch from for whatever reason it is.
They can do whatever the fuck they want.
And it's over residential areas. This is what happened. China warns residents before rockets crash down from space. Before the government launched a Long March 3B rocket from whatever satellite launch center on Friday evening, this is on last Friday, it warned the residents with a notice that read, "If you see any flying objects falling from the sky, please adjust your location to avoid any harm."
Fucking assholes. Oh my God. Hey, by the way, shit's already on the way in the air. If you see any debris, you need to move.
If you see any falling objects from the sky, please adjust your location quickly. Dude, there's houses that got hit
your location
by a rocket.
For me, sir?
Like pieces of rockets fell on people's houses, dude.
That's fucking nuts.
I don't think anybody died, which that goes to show you Chinese people take care of themselves good enough to move quick when the shit hits the fan, because we would have at least like, hey, we got to do this over here. We're going to pay you out to get out of this area so we can launch rockets. We'd be suing our
government is what we'd be doing.
Yeah, that'd kill you over there.
Yeah, over there they're like, fucking, you don't have any say in your government. Shut the fuck up. Adjust your location, sir.
You know, but should we just, I want to just get this out of the way from talking about breaking stuff.
Okay.
And
is it what you told me you didn't want to, or you were like, I'll save it for the podcast. I don't want to tell you yet.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. No,
is that what you were talking about?
No, it wasn't, but thank you for reminding me. I had to break into somebody's house today. Kinda.
Good thing it wasn't old Willie Rochester.
It wasn't Willie. That's what I wanted to segue from Willie. I'm sorry I jumped into the Chinese, but I did a good segue there. That was I'm bad, and like, you know, that was like I got it on the third strike.
Yeah, it's all good. Everything's good.
No, but yeah. So a buddy of mine, or my customer, he needed a heater today at a job site. And I know I don't talk about work very often here, but this is a friend of mine, and he's a customer of mine.
Had to bring that heater, though.
And I had to bring the heater. And he let me know last night we're going to do it early. I had an appointment at noon. And all morning I'm calling him. I put everything on order to go get it for him. And he's not answering. And it's not like this guy not to answer. I've known him for a while. So I gave him 3 hours, which is a long time.
That's a generous amount of time.
Right? 3 hours is a long time.
Like if you didn't text me back in 3 hours and it wasn't anything pertinent and I was like, hey, what up, dude? What you doing
I called
today?
him like 5 times.
And you didn't text me, I wouldn't care after 3 hours.
Called him 5 times.
But yeah, if you got some plans.
Like every 30 minutes I called him and I text him and I call him on Facebook Messenger because sometimes he breaks his phone. And when that happens, he doesn't have the phone, so you got to go through the iPad or whatever. So I text his wife. Is his phone broken? She says no. I heard his alarm going off this morning. Everything's good.
Okay.
So after about the third
she would
hour,
know if he broke his phone right after that, though.
Well, yeah, true. So after the third hour, I've got nothing else to do. So I drive up to his house because I'm like, maybe he's there. Truck's there. So I ring the doorbell. I ring it, nothing. Pound the door, pound. Dogs are barking, nothing. Now I'm concerned. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I'd be a little concerned.
Now I'm like, I think I'm nervous I'm going to go see a dead body. Luckily, I had his garage code. I found it in my text messages from him. And I got in there, and he was just sound asleep.
You have earplugs in?
No.
Dogs barking, phone ringing, doorbell ringing.
Phone, everything. Nothing. I had
Was he up a little too late, drinking a little too many soda pops?
I think he was having too many soda pops.
You know how some people in the like West Coast, East Coast thing like say soda, some say pop. Would you say soda pop?
I don't know. Some places just call it Coke.
Yeah, they just call all of it Coke. You want a Coke? You're like, no, I'll take a Dr. Pepper. Okay, so you want a Dr. Pepper Coke?
Yeah, let me get you one of them Dr. Pepper Cokes. You ever get like that fucked up where you don't even know what's going on the next morning?
You mean you just like wake up in confusion?
Yeah, like you're going.
Yeah, I've had that happen a few times.
Only once did I wake up like the next day and I'm like, some shit's going on. I was in the back of a vehicle singing. And I woke like
Wait, that's different. That's different than what I was.
No,
imagining.
like I was singing in the back of a vehicle, like driving at like 6 a.m. And all of a sudden I was like, hey, where are we? And they're like, we just left that store. We slept behind that store last night because we were all too drunk to drive home. Okay. And I was like, what do you mean?
Things are starting to piece together for me here. Okay.
You were singing in the back for the last 10 minutes. Like you were awake when we all left.
Yeah. Well, you probably woke up still in a drunken, confused state.
Blacked out.
And they put music on and you just started.
No.
Singing?
I guess I got out of the vehicle, went to the bathroom and got back in it.
Okay. I mean, I could see that. I was
still blacked out.
I thought you meant like you just woke up at 3:00 in the afternoon in the back of a car singing.
Can you guess what kind of poison can do that?
Can I? You mean alcohol?
Yeah. This is a family podcast.
First of all, it's not a family podcast.
Doesn't your kids listen to this podcast sometimes?
We're like family, but if you let your kids listen to this fucking podcast, then you might not be a great parent, which is why my daughter is like, there's Keegs when she comes over.
No, 151 will do that to you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that'll do that.
It's the death.
And by that, children, we mean the first original 151 Pokemon.
Or I got to come break in your house and make sure you're not dead.
Yeah, man. Going a little too hard there, buddy. Which is fine. Just let someone know, like the person who's supposed to be coming to your house the next day or meeting you somewhere the next day. Text them if it's 4 a.m, like, yo, up way too late. Had a rough night. Dropped the fucking heater off. Here's my garage code. Throw it in there. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I needed the credit card. I just needed the money. It was all about the money.
Ain't it always about the Benjamins, though?
I don't know. Ask Elon.
Hey, Elon's got them Benjamins, dog.
No, does he, though? Because after that little stunt with the Tesla truck the other day, he dropped, in like 2 days, his personal wealth dropped like $760-something million.
It was like 778, but he also got, within the first like 3 days, had 200,000 pre-orders.
Yeah, because people are stupid.
Oh, you don't like it? First of all,
what did you say earlier? What did you call it earlier?
The body aside, the performance, which now not the $40,000 one, the $60,000 one's real dope, but the $70,000 one, the performance on that guy is outrageous. It is faster than pretty much all the sports cars.
Speeding bullet.
Yeah, faster than a speeding bullet.
But it cannot stop one when it hits the window.
It could tow a 14,000-pound trailer. That's insane.
17,000.
Your numbers are conflated. No.
That's what they said, 17,000
They said
pounds.
15, but I read the actual article. It said 14.
It said 17. They wanted
and then
because you can do
that's
13.
The tri-motor.
Can't you do 13.5 in a regular truck?
I mean, it just depends on the vehicle. Yeah.
And they just did the little fucking, I'm gonna pull this F-150 up the hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And there's a lot of confusion with the whole bulletproof thing too, because the body is bulletproof. They shot it with a 9mm from 10 meters away, so from 30 feet away, they shot it with a 9mm.
I was gonna say,
okay,
another one of those. Actually, I think it might have been that same night at that party where I woke up in the back of the vehicle. Matter of fact, we locked keys in the car right off. Do you ever try to break a window on the side of a car?
You ever miss your mouse? Fuck. Okay, cool.
Okay, We'll just move on. Yep, we'll just keep going forward. Dude, breaking a window on the side of a car is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've thrown rocks at it.
You see this crooked pinky?
You need one of these, I guess, is what they say.
Yeah.
You need a window breaker.
Or one of these guys. Right
yeah. That's not a knife. As he cuts like all the fucking cords.
It's like a lightsaber.
Oh, that's going to be fun in editing.
Yeah, breaking a window is not the easiest thing to do.
So what I read, because I saw him throw the ball up against the window and it shattered.
Do you know
twice.
what that ball was?
It was a big ass ball bearing.
It was a ball bearing. I don't know how much it weighs, but I want to say it was between 5 and 8 pounds.
Yeah, it was probably pretty heavy.
That's gonna go through every window, all the way straight through it. At least it didn't fucking shatter and fly through that window.
Well, they said that what happened was when he hit the doors with the sledgehammer before they threw the ball, it broke the bottom of the window.
That makes sense.
And then when he hit it with the thing, that's why it shattered. But I love Elon just, let's just fucking throw shit at this car.
I liked his attitude where he's like, window's broke, there's room for improvement, right? Good. I was like, yeah, perfect. That is room for improvement. There you go.
700 something million.
The body, everyone doesn't like the body. I get it. Whatever. It looks like a fucking doorstop, right? It's like a triangle. It's aerodynamic as fuck, so it's a lot more efficient when it fights. And also, it looks like, what I say earlier, it looks like a 1980s Back to the Futuristic body style.
Yeah, no, you said something way cooler earlier.
That's the problem with my memory, is it's dog shit.
We always have to be recording. What the fuck?
Always. Don't worry, it's coming. The future's coming. We're always going to be recorded.
One design that, so like you see something ugly like that and you're like, don't produce it. You know, and we do it anyway. And then we have other designs that we see and we're like, don't do that. There's already, like, when they said, hey, I think we can remake dinosaurs. They recently said that, like, hey, I think we figured out how to do stuff. And they're like, they literally are like, dude, there's like 4 movies explaining why not to do that.
I think 5 movies, right?
Maybe 5. Is it 5 now? It's probably 6 almost.
I think it's 3 Jurassic Parks and 2 Worlds.
So, again, when we see things like Boston Dynamics with those stupid fucking dogs.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, stop doing that.
You guys have seen those dogs, right? They got like the arm on the back of them. It like opens a door and it grabs the door handle, twists it, opens it, lets like 2 of these other robotic dogs through, and like their legs bend the same way like camels. The knees or the elbows go back, the joints go back on it. They're pretty fucking cool. And everyone gets reminded of that Metalhead episode from
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, there you go.
Yeah, dude, that was one of the craziest episodes because that one was like, oh, we've seen that thing. Oh, yeah, we can go there. That's going to happen. So
yeah,
this is kind of this was not my favorite thing to read this week was cops used the creepy robot dog from Boston Dynamics for the first time. According to records obtained by the Massachusetts, whatever their publishing paper, the Boston Dynamics robot was leased by the Massachusetts State Police for a 3-month trial period ending in November 5th. So they've been using this dog for whatever, and we do use robots. Do you remember the robot they used in Texas where they put a bomb to it and they drove it in at the dude? That was like...
It sounds familiar. Was he was like a threat?
Yeah, it was obviously a standoff. They were doing a standoff, but I don't think he had anybody. But instead of going in and risking us getting shot, they just strapped this little bomb to a robot and like walked it in and blew his ass up.
Sorry, buddy.
Welcome to Texas, brother. We don't play that game. But no, that's kind of crazy, man. So Boston Dynamic, like basically they said they're using it for like shit like that, going in and checking out hostage threats and situations and stuff like that. But they're not allowed to weaponize it.
Yeah.
And that they're going to have to start working on laws for stuff like this.
Understandably so. I don't want it weaponized. But see, they weaponized that when you're talking about in Texas, they put a bomb on it.
That's my point.
But you know what? I guess if the drone can't pull the trigger itself or detonate it itself, then maybe it's a...
Yeah, but...
It's like playing a video game.
You're still... Even if you can control it, that's still scary.
You know what? I feel like less people will get shot that way because a cop's not scared for his life. I'm going to just pull the trigger immediately. He's like, okay, they're going to fuck the robot
That's how it starts, bro. That's how it starts. That's how we all say that. And then they just decide, you know what? We're going to do this. And we're like, no, we're not going to do that. And they're like,
but we're just
going to release like 1,000 of these dogs and you're going to do that.
I'm just going to fly drones into Yemen and fucking blow up a bunch of innocent people. Whatever, you know?
No, but for real, they could like...
Yeah.
You keep saying like, well, it makes more sense to do this and it's safer realistically and it doesn't put... And then all of a sudden they have all this stuff that puts humans out of harm's reach.
Well, the problem
until they decide to turn it on us and say, hey, look, we're going to do this. And we say no. And then everybody realizes everybody that has to stand up on the front line to get to the people, you're not getting to those people. You're not fighting any people. Yeah. There's no, hey, we're not going to do this. You know, people, that's my family on the other side of that line. I'm not going to fight them. That's not happening at all.
Are you saying wars are going to turn into battle bots?
Why wouldn't it?
It makes sense.
Because there's no, right now what stops us from having a civil war is if shit blows up, your family trickles into it eventually. Yes, you can find a bunch of people, but for the most part, this is America. Like, we're all supposed to be united.
Mm-hmm.
as much as we try to separate ourselves with different political parties and fucking sports teams and shit like that, we're supposed to be united.
Tribalism.
And one of the things I found out we're united, like diplomacy across the world, is on saving bees.
Yeah, bees were just about a month ago, have now been officially registered as the most important being on the planet.
Yeah, so I listened to a podcast the other day, and I'm not going to get super technical about it, but basically what they were explaining was that bees end up with a bunch of different viruses. And whether it's from the different pesticides that are sprayed or things that are left behind from ones that have already had the pesticides that get into the flowers. And then you got different little termites and
the little mites and bacteria and parasites and stuff.
So one of the things that the guy was explaining was, if you think back to, so how it works is like a honeybee goes out. They used to have like a 9-day cycle. They could go out for 9 days. They could pollinate up to like 1,000 flowers a day. So everything that you were pollinating, everything that you're eating, every apple, almond, anything that it is, they were pollinating by these bees. And what they have are when the nurse bees, which are the young bees that are growing up, their job is to take care of the baby bees. And when these diseases set in on these other bees that are supposed to be out pollinating, what happens is they
bring it back.
They get diminished to the point where, like right now, the average cycle is 4 days. So if you're only doing 4 days, that means that's less pollen. That means that's less pollen for the tribe to survive on and what they're doing. So what they do is they recruit the nurse bees, which the nurse bees are supposed to be protecting the baby bees. When the nurse bees go out and they go to pollinate, that leaves the baby bees susceptible to getting bit by these mites and these things that have these viruses. So what this guy he figured out was, if you ever look at like where a beehive typically is in like real forests, is they're on a rotten tree, like in Winnie the Pooh. It's always on a rotten tree. That's because rotten trees have mushrooms and mycelium.
Yes.
And when they make extracts from the mycelium, and I can't remember what the mushroom was, but one of these mushrooms, what it does is it limits these viruses in bees. Yeah. So this guy is literally producing a bunch of these beehives.
You're talking about Paul Stamets?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just incredible to see like that the mushrooms, like bees knew, but like we don't have mushrooms growing all over the place.
We do, actually.
Yeah, but when you get into areas like down here where the bees still have to survive.
Right.
And there's still going to be disease that gets passed. So he made these like crazy bee feeders that they put the extracts in from the mushrooms that basically cure these viruses on these bees.
And what can you get him on his website?
He had. I'll try to post it in the.
He has one called.
It's got all
Host Armored Host Armor or something is one of them. That's for like your own personal like health benefits, different extracts.
Yeah, he's
and
got
stuff like that.
all this stuff on mushrooms, and like one of the things they were talking about was microdosing, and talking about with psychedelic mushrooms and psilocybin. And basically, they were explaining that when they did a controlled experiment with these rats, put them on a metal dish, rang a dong. Every time they ring the dong, they zap the rats.
Oh yeah, I've heard this.
Just like 10 times or a bunch of times, and then they stop.
So every time they'd ring it, the rats would like jump to try and avoid getting shocked, even though they stopped shocking them.
Yeah. So what they did is they macrodosed some rats, microdosed some rats, and they didn't dose some rats. So a macrodose means you're getting high. They're getting high. It's a large dose of the whatever. They're taking the journey. Mice, they took the journey. So those mice, it was like 8 times out of 10 before they figured out, okay, we're not getting zapped anymore, because they stopped zapping them, and they want to see how long the effect is. The ones that weren't dosed at all, it took over 10 times. The ones that were microdosed, 2 times to 3.
Wow.
And so the PTSD is the big thing that they're working on with it. And another thing that they're saying is like all these tech kids that are using it coming up.
Yeah, they're saying Silicon Valley is just like insanely like taken over with microdosing on mushrooms and stuff. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fighters, kickboxers, Muay Thai guys doing it, boxers.
They say that it's helping grow and further your stems and the cells and shit in your brain.
Well, it can actually help reopen neural pathways, which is there's nothing on this planet that we have found that can reform and reconnect and rebuild neural pathways. Because once you start to lose these neural pathways, like someone who's a longtime drug addict, pill addicts, opiates, stuff like that, they actually diminish your neural pathways. And then, what's it called? CTE, also getting a lot of concussions, can cause a lot of problems with your neural pathways. So mushrooms is literally the only, psilocybin specifically, and a couple other different types of mycelium, are the only things they've found that can actually regrow and rebuild these neural pathways, which is, as far as science is concerned, is a phenomenon at this point.
Well, and one of the big ones they were saying was people with tinnitus. So like me, where you can't, and you, right?
Me, like a motherfucker.
Too. So,
dude, mine, I don't know why mine has been so bad lately.
Mine has my been fucking terrible,
my left ear, it's ringing right now. My left ear, sometimes I lay down at night. When I lay down at night, that shit fucking just all night long. It's worse than a cricket. I don't care if there's a cricket in the room.
Well, when you get like the weather just changed, so like I got kind of sick for a couple of days, and I got all clogged up, and my chest was clogged, my ears are clogged. Dude, the ringing sometimes, like I take the cough medicine or like NyQuil. I take that and I'll sit on the couch, and all of a sudden it's just unbearable. Like the sound is unbearable. You just have to be mentally, I'm used to so much chatter that I just move on. I keep going, but
you know what
for
I've
some
noticed?
people it is destroying.
What I've noticed is some of the things that help get rid of headaches, like vasodilators, like caffeine, or even like you smoking a cigarette can dilate your veins and stuff. It actually makes it a lot worse. So like I'll have like an energy drink or coffee in the morning, and all of a sudden like 10 minutes later, it just is ringing louder.
It's just rocking.
Or which I don't really ever take any type of medicine, any type of pills. Occasionally like I'll take an Advil or something. I got a headache, and all of a sudden it just is ringing louder. Like you said, taking the NyQuil or something makes it worse.
So they're saying that if you're microdosing over a long amount of time, it can start to cure it because it helps further those pathways and helps grow them back. Yeah. Okay. And man, I'm ready because
I guess I need to start microdosing and get rid of this earring.
And I'm cool.
What is it? Do you know what yours is from? Is it yours? I mean, over the time, a lot of loud music.
So I had scar tissue in this ear anyway from all the ear infections when I was a kid. And then
from like swimming, or you just were susceptible to ear infections?
I had them really bad. And then I got an ear infection a couple years back, and I let it go. And I think I've said it on this podcast before. One of my sister's friends passed away from it literally about a month later after my situation from the exact same thing. He just had a baby. He was very distracted, and God bless his family and everything like that, because it that's tough, dude. I don't wish that on anybody. And same thing with me. I was just kind of rocking it. Like people were here. I was just trying to get stuff done. And actually the guy I broke in on today was the one that made me go to the hospital. We're pretty good friends. And he was like, dude, you don't look right. You don't sound right. Everything about you just seems off. And when I went in, they're like, you've had an infection for over a month.
Yeah.
Like your ear is just toasted. Like, how long has this been like this? And I said, I told him it had been about a month. And I didn't think I had an ear infection, but apparently I did. And the way it got bad is I woke up in the middle of the night and it was just that loud pitch.
Yeah.
Like somebody was holding something over my head. And I thought an alarm was going off in my head in the house, and I woke up, and
I haven't been getting enough sleep lately, and it's worse because of it, I think.
But I will say I lost my hearing like 2 times before that. I just it didn't ring, but I lost it like ear pop lost it. I lost it on a plane ride and
I just
something
had to pop
else.
my ears when you said that right now. I was like,
yeah, it sucks, dude. I don't wish that on anybody, because it definitely. I mean, when they give you. Like, I told them I was in extreme pain. They wouldn't even give me a painkiller, right? But they knew that it was so debilitating for your mental state that they offered me, what are they, like mood, happy pills, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't know what they call mood
like
stabilizers.
Anti-anxiety, mood stabilizers.
Antidepressants.
SSRIs?
Antidepressants.
Are they SSRIs?
I don't know. I didn't ask what they were. He just said, I'll give you some happy pills because I know you're going to be going through some stuff. And I was like, no, I'm good on all that. But
mine, what it seems to be, well, I played guitar. Like I was in some bands here and there. I played drums. So I think, and been to a lot of concerts, especially like right up close. I think that has in part a lot to do with ear or hearing damage that I've had. And one time in particular, fired a handgun with no ear protection just once. And my ears fucked. Because I'm cross. So I'm cross. Or
how many times I fired guns without no ear protection?
I'm cross dominant, so I'll fire right-handed with a handgun, but I use my left eye, so this ear is exposed to the gun right there, and this ear's tucked back away from it. So that particular time, my ear rang really bad, and
must have had a bad acoustics or something.
A year.
Man, we used to just rip ARs. Shotguns, like what
size guns though? And not only that, but a slide on a handgun's a lot closer to your fucking ear.
Well, I got 40s.
Yeah, I got that's 40s. That's what I did it with. Actually.
I got a 357 mag, snub nose.
And you shoot them with no ear protection?
I have many times.
Well, maybe that's why you got fucking tinnitus.
No,
fucking idiot.
Oh, I want to give a shout out to my sister. Both my. Did I talk about the air fryer last time we were on this? I didn't have it yet, right?
I don't know.
Did I have it yet?
I feel like maybe.
Well, if I didn't, my sister India got me an air fryer a couple weeks ago.
Shout out India, one of the coolest names.
If you don't have an air fryer, and you got kids especially, and you got to do the chicken nuggets, the French fries, any of that shit.
By the way, were they just here earlier?
No,
when I walked in your house, you got
those are my chicken nuggets.
You got dinosaur chicken nuggets and French fries.
Vegetables. You're doing asparagus, broccoli, potatoes. Okay. Any of that stuff is amazing in the air fryer.
A little oil, a little season.
I do chicken wings, like the real deal chicken wings in there.
Do you use oil on them still in there or no?
No, have to.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like even with veggies, you don't spritz a little little oil on them and some seasoning. Yeah.
But like real chicken wings. Put the seasoning on them, do them up. Sometimes I like to coat them a little bit at the end with the sauce and then throw it back in for like 2 more minutes. You can do steaks, you can do cakes, you can do fucking everything.
Steaks and cakes, boy.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, this is not an ad for an air fryer, but if anybody wants to pay me from any air fryer company, I don't care what company you are, I will pitch that shit because it is amazing. If you think about it, like any of y'all go camping, people go camping, right? And a lot of times there's plugins at the campsite, right? But y'all bring the grill.
Not where I go.
With the stupid little propane. No, because sometimes you drive out. I'm talking like when you go to the campground, you bring the family.
Yeah.
You bring the grill.
If you got the camper
and
too.
The grill's cool, right? Bring the grill. Especially if they got the grill, whatever. But if they got a plug-in, bring one of these air fryers. They're no bigger around. They're not that huge. They're pretty tiny. Throw it in the truck. You can do most of your sides off one plug-in, and it's super easy to clean. Use your dome. Bring an air fryer from home. You know what I'm saying? So that thing's amazing. Thank you, India, for getting me that. They told me it was going to be a life changer. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Thank you for getting me a gift. I appreciate it. That was super cool of you. And then, like...
I'm going to air fry some things.
Everything. I air fried the fucking TV remote the other day just to see what it'd do. And then my other sister, I'm going to stand up real quick. Jordan.
Got you the sweet shirt?
Got me a new shirt for the podcast. I've been eyeballing this shirt for a while. On the internet. I will say on the internet, this is nothing against Jordan. This is against their page. Y'all make this thing look like super vibrant. Like y'all edited it. You doctored it. You photoshopped it a little bit.
They used Snapchat and then they just swiped over to the vibrant one.
Yeah, they did they got that
It's still pretty dope though.
But this is a super dope shirt.
Vibrant enough.
Thank you, Jordan. I love this shirt. I've probably been wearing it too much. But anybody else find some super dope shirts out there and they think I should be wearing it on the podcast, hit me up in the message. You can send it to me.
Send it to me.
All right, so we're not done yet, though. Don't just because I'm doing my thank yous now, don't think we're done.
How long are we in right now?
Oh, shit. How did I just segue on accident? I don't know. We're in. We're going. I'm not worried about it.
All right.
This is my little thing I wanted to ask you.
All right.
What's the best gift you have ever received, and what's the best gift you've ever given?
That is a tough one. At my age, even, I can't imagine if you're older, the best and the best. The Like one specific single thing, or just like what do I think in general is like one of the best,
or one that just stands out. It doesn't have to be like at the end of the day the one, but just a good one that you were like, yeah, their face, that was the one. I got him.
Man, that's a tough one.
And if you can't think of one you gave, what one did you receive that you were like, that was the one?
Damn, that's a hard question, man. That's a real good one.
Well, I'll tell mine.
All right.
And again, it might not even be like, this might not actually be the final gift that was the best. But one of the best is actually the computer that we're using right now.
Standout.
To record on. And I wanted, it was weird. My sister just moved out here. She asked me what I wanted for my birthday. It never really been that thing where everybody got together. Like, all my family gives me stuff for my birthday, and they do things, but this was the first time my sister was like, well, what do you want? And if it's big, we can just work. Yeah, we'll work the numbers. And I was like, I like this $3,000 computer. No, but I had like $1,800 or something like that saved up for it. I was just saving the money up. It wasn't even a big deal. I was just putting a little chunk away every few weeks.
Yeah.
And when I hit the number, I was going to hit the number. But it like jumped it by like 4 months.
Right.
I mean, and that's give or take if anything happens.
Yeah.
Keegan breaks the shower. You know, anything like that. That shit happens, dude.
Did someone break the heater that's on right now? Because it's fucking hot.
Oh, you hot, man? I was cold, and Crystal's been sick.
It's all good. It's all good. Let Crystal not be sick. I'd rather sweat.
Think about it for a second. What's your gift? I'm listening. I'm still listening.
You don't need to worry about the heat, bro.
No, it is getting warm.
I don't know. For a gift, to me, I always just like things that are personal, things that are useful, things that I use a lot. And I know you're a big fan of shoes. A good pair of shoes is always a great gift. It's like, dang, now I got an extra pair of shoes that I didn't have before. That, especially if they're good, they're comfortable, or they're for specific use. Like a good pair of gym shoes, like the shoes that only touch a parking lot and a gym and the inside of your house. That's a great gift to me.
I've had some custom shoes made for me.
This big ass knife that I had right there.
That's
useful as shit because I use that for all kinds of things at work and play.
You never got a gift though that you were like, I can't believe they got me this.
I mean, like my first guitar, like
that's a good one.
A drum set. I got a whole computer and some recording equipment as well for my dad when I was 14, probably 15.
I think I got a couple years ago. We got a Cruise.
That's a good one.
That one was really dope because I love Crystal's family, man. They're super fun.
I mean, it just sounds like your gifts are more expensive than mine. I've never
been with them for like 5, 6, 7 days in a row. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay. I've been with them a couple days in a row, but I'd never been with them for that many days in a row. And to and that's your wife, or I think we were married. If we weren't married, but we were married. When you go for that long with them, and then you realize like the brothers, you love them, like you're closer with them after. Like that was one of the best gifts because it was like it drew us all in very close.
Yeah. You had an experience together.
My dad comes out every year, which is really cool. Like we just went to Monument Valley. That's where I was, by the way, on vacation, and I posted some pictures on the page. So we went up into Utah. We stayed at these cabins. We went to Monument Valley. It was
I've been through Monument Valley.
Wow.
It's awesome.
And can I say, like, some of those little, like, not even caverns. They're just, like, pieces of, like, rock, mountain, whatever.
Plateaus.
If they just had a section of those that we could do festivals in. Ooh. Where you could project it onto the walls, like all kinds of shit, and have the acoustics blasting off those little caverns.
Yeah, it's like a natural amphitheater.
Oh my God, dude. We were up in some of those and it was just so incredible. And you're just looking at it and there's like a trailer. Just a trailer over there. And like that person's the only one that's really like living there. And you just think to yourself, like, I know we're not allowed to let it get destroyed, but just like a little piece. Let us have a little piece to like have some fun.
That's how it starts.
It does start like that, but man.
Going back to the cruise real quick, that actually was my graduation present. Was a 7-day Hawaii cruise. graduation. So I did. That
Who'd you go with?
That was a really one of my buddies who had actually graduated the year prior to me, and his parents. And a little tidbit that probably shouldn't tell because it's illegal technically, but it's over 7 years. We're grandfathered in. We got some fake IDs, and we registered our cruise under fake IDs. Dun dun dun. And then, so my 18th birthday was on the cruise, but it was actually my 22nd fake birthday.
Yeah, come on in. Yep, come get them.
It was pretty fucking cool. That was cool shit. Dope. So I guess that would be my best gift, my favorite gift that I received.
My buddy went on a cruise when we were like 17, 18, and he got drunk on the cruise. I think he was 18. And he got super wasted, and on his way back to his room, this hot Mexican, Spanish, I don't know. I wasn't on the cruise. So I'm just trying to remember. It's been years. I'm trying to remember what she was some type of Latino female. Walked by him and she had a nice butt, and he cupped it on the way back. And he was wasted.
Too many soda pops.
And then he like went in his room and crawled up on the top bunk. And I guess he was staying in the room with his dad. And then like next thing you know, I guess like her dad came down and was like, pop, 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 pop.
Oh shit.
And like my boy was out already. He passed out.
So his dad got up?
His dad got up. Answered the door.
That's good.
And then my friend said the next thing he remembers is getting pulled off the top bunk.
Like, by his dad or by her dad?
His dad.
Yeah.
And his dad was getting the business to him. Like,
good.
You fucked up.
Good.
Like, you can't do that. And I remember him coming home and telling me, yeah, it was pretty great. Like, I was like, man, that was bad.
Yeah.
Shame on you. Women don't deserve that just because they have a voluptuous hiney.
We actually brought weed. We flew it over to Hawaii, brought some pot with us, hit it, got it through. I don't think you went through customs because it's Hawaii, but yeah, anyway, no, pretty strict.
Probably did.
And got it on the cruise ship and smoked some joints in the back of the cruise ship throughout the 7 days.
See, that's
we were there.
sketchy. You just need them pens.
And well, we didn't have them then. We didn't have those in 2007.
Yeah, see, when we went...
And then also,
the pens were
check
available.
this out. I had flown. I had gone on and off the boat a bunch of times, which I don't think it matters on the boat, but it does matter on the plane post 9/11. The day we were heading back, we were like, we should probably check our bags, make sure we don't have anything we can't bring on the plane on our carry-on. And I had my knife in there, which I had no idea about. Well, not this knife, obviously, but I had a big-ass knife with me. And I was like, damn, I had this on the plane with me on the flight here. I've been in and out of in and out of the cruise ship with it, which I don't know that matters or not. But yeah, so then I threw my knife away before we got on.
See, like those pens, they don't go off in a detector.
Oh, because the alloy is made from something different, like a nickel or something. Or
yeah,
like,
I found
like
that
fucking
out
change
on one of those trips. So those pens don't go off, and they're better because they work better. They don't smell. You can do it in front of everybody. I mean, dude, it's coming. It's coming because we were gonna talk about that this week, but I'm gonna wait a little bit longer because that is gonna be a hot button over the next 6 months.
What's this?
Marijuana legalization.
Ooh,
it's coming, baby. It's coming, and I hope it does because, man, as being somebody that grew up not taking Ritalin and not taking Adderall like I was prescribed to do.
No, maybe not Massachusetts. I just saw somewhere that said they were gonna allow everybody to sell weed.
Good.
Like anyone can sell it. You can, I can.
We're not gonna do it though.
Bob can. I mean, if he's not fucking trying to put his balls on your microphone or something.
Yeah, man. Well, when you go into other states, you got to be careful, or other countries.
Countries for sure.
So, but like being on cruises and stuff, like you said, you went down to some places. You went to Hawaii, but how crazy would it be? Like you've been to some weddings, right?
Yeah, bunch of weddings.
Okay. Say you're at this wedding. You're drinking, having a great time. You're in Mexico, having a really good time, You have a good time in Mexico. I know you do.
I've been to Mexico so many times.
And all of a sudden, these two fucking dudes crash the party. They come crashing the wedding. And you're a little drunk, so you're like, these fucking guys walking in.
These guys.
And it's Danny DeVito and The Rock.
Ooh. All right, where are we going with this, though?
No, this shit really happened. Fucking Danny DeVito and The Rock crashed a wedding in Mexico over the weekend.
Wow. That's
and then they
awesome.
chilled and they sang. And it wasn't planned. They were just chilling.
Are they doing Twins too? Are they doing a remake of Twins?
They should be doing a remake of Twins. Yeah. But I think they just finished Jumanji and we're doing the press tour. Okay. They're doing all that, and they were apparently there, and they crashed this wedding. And they Jumanji. Went in and they were singing and dancing. And
Danny DeVito in the new Jumanji? He is, huh?
Dude, who do you want to see more? Who do you want to hang out with more?
Of Danny DeVito or The Rock?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a hard one.
I mean, maybe 10 years ago it was Danny DeVito.
Probably The Rock. I mean,
now it's The Rock.
You kind of got to go with The Rock, right?
No.
I mean, if you're like a real,
if
you're like a real big It's Sunny in Philadelphia fan.
Are you serious?
What do you mean? Am I serious?
That's it. That's all you're gonna give Danny DeVito?
No. I'm saying right now, currently. Because 10 years ago I'd be Danny DeVito all the way.
He was the Penguin.
Right now I'm like The Rock.
He was the Penguin.
Get the fuck out of here. My middle name is Rock. Why wouldn't I hang out with The Rock? Rock and The Rock, you know.
The Bernie DeVito.
That's perfect.
You go hang out with The Rock. I'm hanging out. It's Bernie and DeVito over here.
Well, you guys are losing your hair and you're shorter, and and then I'll hang out with The Rock because we're fucking dope and dark skinned.
Bernie DeVito.
I'm not dark skinned. I'm tan.
I feel like nobody booed them. They walked out. Everybody was like, "It's The Rock. It's Danny DeVito."
Yeah. Ah! There could be no better gift, like we were just talking about, that could show up at your wedding, like The Rock and Danny DeVito walking in.
Can you imagine if they just are like, people are like, get the fuck out of here?
Hey, did you have an invitation? Yeah, this is invite only. No, we only made 55 plates. There's only 55 people here.
But we're The Rock and Danny DeVito.
All right, then I guess the groom said he's gonna give you his plate, because that's what I would do. I'd be like, is that The Rock? Are you hungry, bro? Hey, Rock, you hungry? Right here, take my plate. Saying.
So, somebody that did come out on stage that was not planning on it the crowd was not ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
And it didn't go like the Danny DeVito and The Rock. It didn't work like that.
Whose concert was it?
It was Camp Flogna.
I don't even fucking know who that is.
It's Tyler, the Creator, my friend.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I know who that is.
That was Camp Flogna, Tyler, the Creator. Big festival. One of the biggest festivals.
Okay.
And
never heard of it.
He had the whole roster up there, and then at the end he had question mark, and he always brings a guest. But for some reason, his crew,
I know the story what you're talking about.
They all thought it was going to be Frank Ocean. And for any of you listening to this right now going, who in the fuck is Tyler Creator, Frank Ocean? Well, you're going to know who the other guy is, but they are part of a rap crew. And
a label.
Or an older rap group. And Tyler Creator's fans thought that he was going to bring Frank Ocean back out. Well, it wasn't him. And instead he brought out Drake. Which, you're probably saying, well, Drake, that's the biggest artist that there is. Everybody's going to be excited for that.
But I think one thing you got to realize, so I'll finish the story, what happened.
Oh, so they booed him.
They booed Drake.
They booed Drake, the number one star pretty much in the world.
Drake took it pretty lightheartedly, right?
Yeah, he handled it well.
But one thing you got to understand about that is that particular genre of music, those fans of Tyler the Creator and Frank Ocean are kind of like the alternative. You know what I mean? Like it's a different style of hip hop fans. So the fans that go to those shows are the ones that don't like mainstream hip hop.
So maybe they really felt this way, but here's the problem with this culture. It got famous.
Yeah, you just got done saying it was at like a huge festival.
No. Like it got famous. Like it got trending. So like these dudes and these kids, whatever, girls, guys, whatever, they booed Drake. Mm-hmm. The Underdraker. Like fucking nobody booed. Like, dude, I would be so ecstatic to see Drake on his worst day.
Yeah.
It would be cool. So, but they booed him, right? And what happened when they booed him? It made fucking headline news. All the blogs, everybody posted that they did this shit.
They're like you're saying, they're all kind of blown away.
So in a way, even though it wasn't like my name is Josh Adams and I was booing Drake, Josh Adams didn't get famous, but Josh Adams can be like, "Hey, I was there in that crowd. We booed Drake. We booed fuck Drake.
I'm part of this trending viral thing that happened."
And now it's becoming this thing because what was it? Was it the Nationals game? No. It was the UFC fight. It was the BMF fight, and they booed the fucking president of the United States. Now here's the deal. Yeah. I've been around for a short time, man. 34 years, not very long. But I've seen a couple presidents. Yeah, a couple of them. Never. Whether you hated him or liked him, because like there was a lot of people that didn't like Barack, which I didn't understand that. I liked seeing Barack. I enjoyed hearing him talk.
He's one of the most well-spoken presidents that we've ever had, for sure.
You don't get the boobs,
but you also don't go send drones to go blow up fucking innocent people
of racist people.
Right.
Which whatever, man. There are some racists out there.
Yeah, for sure. There's everything.
But they weren't even booing Barack. Like they didn't even boo Barack.
I'm sure some people were, but they didn't show up in this viral, this cancel culture is kind of what you're getting at. But that's the
thing now is that like, okay, we made the news. We're fucking famous right now.
What you're kind of getting at is this cancel culture, this whole viral, like trending tribalism of trying to shut people down for not being as perfectly neutral as you would like them to be.
Did you see the new one today? Melania?
No.
She stepped out in front of some high school kids to do a opiate crisis speech, and before she even got started, they started to boo her.
Oh, that's fucked up, man. She's trying to do something good.
This is the fucking the first lady. Whether you like them or you hate them, like if you hate them, write some intelligent shit.
And she's easy to look at.
But they don't care. They don't care, dude.
No, it's
all
cancel
they want to
culture.
do is they want to be like, "Hey, we were viral today because we talked shit to Melania Trump." We're gonna. Everyone
wants to be influencers. Everyone wants to have a podcast like these two fucking idiots right here.
But how scary would it be to be anybody famous at this point?
Yeah, it's definitely
because
hard.
now they have the power as a whole to say,
I would imagine,
I can boo you. Like Joe Rogan's going to be here in a few weeks. I'm so fucking excited to go see his set. But if half the fucking crowd decided we're going to boo Joe Rogan because he's shit on Arizona in the past and said he didn't want to come here, which I don't even know if he did, but I've heard that shit. But I never heard it.
He had some issues. It's an old thing with Joey Diaz. They had some issues with like the owner of the Tempe Improv. That was it.
Which is bullshit. We'll get him out of here.
I think we went and saw him last year.
I found
Tony
out
Hinchcliffe. That was a great show.
I found out. I went and saw Theo like a year or so ago, and I didn't remember.
Oh yeah, you woke up singing in the back of a car?
No, I went and saw. I fucking.
You didn't know who he was when you saw him?
No, but I did though. That's the thing. Like, well, no, I didn't know when I saw him, but like, bro, I follow all Theo's platforms, right? I follow all this shit, and then like. I remember.
Did you not realize it was him?
No. So we had some company come out and they're like, "Yeah, man, dude, you're the best. When I come into town, you always fucking take care of me. Last time, dude, you took me out to fucking dinner and we all went out, like girl and all of us went out and we saw fucking Theo Vaughn." And I was like, "Huh?" He's like, "Remember you took us to the Improv, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." Oh my God, that was the fucking funny guy. It was fucking Theo Vaughn.
That's great.
And I didn't even realize it, dude. Like, and I follow Theo Vaughn on all this stuff. So shout out to Theo Vaughn, man. I'm sorry, I was a little too.
Man, I saw.
It was a good night, bro.
I saw Chappelle
must have had
Lacey.
that hitter, man. I'm sorry, man.
I saw Chappelle Lacey open up, and then I saw him on like a YouTube video from like a Comedy Central clip or something. And I was like, hey, that's fucking the dude that we saw that opened up for. Like Paul Verzi and Bill Burr when I saw them, I think.
Yeah, but how weird is it when you're like watching a clip from the dude and listening to his podcast for like a year. And then all of a sudden it's like, we went and saw him. You got tickets. And I was like, what? Oh my God, that was the dude that fucking, you're right. He was so funny. We even said it in the car. Like that dude was funny. The mullet dude and fucking, we didn't know who he was. It was probably like 2 years ago now that I think about it. But yeah, that was crazy. So, and I don't got a whole lot today, but I just want to ask you, because I know you kind of grew up around the same time as me, did you keep all your baggy clothes?
Did I keep them all?
Did you keep some of them?
I never was like that. I wasn't that big into the baggy clothes.
Not like super bagging, like not like fucking baggy, but like baggy. Like chewed up the bottoms of your pant legs.
I never really had that, man.
Really?
Not really, no. I mean, I had some baggy shorts. Like I wore like the big like Dickies kind of a little
it's
bit.
Arizona. Y'all don't wear pants.
I mean, I'm wearing pants right now.
Yeah, but
they fit me.
Bro, it's coming back. They're trying to make baggy popular again, and I'm laughing because I still got some of the shit. Because it's like a 7-year gap to New Hampshire. So like the trends are, it's probably like 4 or 5, but it's like 7-year gap back in the day before the internet. So like if you had baggy shit, when it went tapered, I remember my sister saw me in some like tighter shorts one time, like acid washed, like ripped tighter shorts, but they were pretty tight.
Jorts?
Yeah, they were kind of stretchy. But she saw them and they were jeans. Yes, they were jorts. And she saw them. She was like, "You can't wear that out." And I was like, "What do you mean?" This is my New Hampshire sister. This is the one she just came out to visit. And she's like, "That's what a gay kid would wear at home." And I was like, "What do you got a problem with gay kids for?"
Yeah, come on.
And she's like, "No, you know what I mean, though." And I was like, "Yeah, but can I explain?"
Way to let the audience know. I said,
"But do you know what I mean now?" Because now she lives out here and she understands.
Right.
But I was like, "Do you know what I mean now? Like when we go out and you see that this is the fashion out here, and then in 5 years you're gonna see the people back home kind of wearing this shit." She's like, "They'll never wear that shit." I said, "They already kind of do, because some of them fucking redneck boys don't wear baggy shit.
Yeah.
They wear shit tight. It fits them."
Yeah.
I don't understand. But now they're trying to bring the baggy clothes back, and I still got some. I don't have no Jankos. I did have a bunch of Jankos growing up. I wish I still had the Jankos.
No,
yeah.
I had like one pair, and I wore them like fucking one time, and I was like, I can't fucking wear these things.
Oh, bro, I had the Roadkills. I had the Lazy Boys.
I don't know anything you're talking about.
Oh, I had all the brands. I had like this 2-stripe down my leg. It looked like the road line.
I remember
and then there was
those.
a dead squirrel on the leg.
I remember seeing those.
I had those ones. I had I can't even remember now. I'm getting old. I probably had like 6 or 7 different pairs of Jankos.
I rocked like Dickies shorts and Dickies pants like a lot. Like
people got mad that those were they were like $60 pants, right? $60, $70, maybe $80 pants. I don't remember how much.
Back in like the 90s too.
Yeah, they were expensive. But if you think about it, like if we cut that all down and we stitch some jeans, I bet you get 2 pairs out of them bitches. You probably get 2 pairs.
I mean, you could probably get 2 pairs out of mine.
I probably get 2 pairs. No, the ones that I had back in the day, if the waist was enough to fit you.
I never wore shit like that.
You didn't wear that shit?
No, man.
Well, the baggy stuff's coming back, but unfortunately, like I'm comfortable with the clothes that fit me.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Actually, I almost put on a pair of jeans that were a little bit tighter this morning, but I kind of like ate and drank a lot last night because I'm off today and tomorrow, and so I almost wore some that were a little tighter. But I had worn these last weekend and hadn't washed them yet, so they fit good. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna wear these again.
I'm gonna do a selfless plug, cause
selfless, huh?
Yeah, cause they'll never pay me anyway. For all you people out there with bad feet, bad back, bad hips, whatever it is, but definitely the bad feet people. I've had fucked up feet my whole life, dude. Like my shit crushes. It feels like my toes are broken. My big toes are broken at times. And I have no arches in my feet. And it affects me a lot. And I've gone to the doctor. I've done a whole bunch of different stuff. And as part of kind of like a being cool and a fashion thing, I got into shoes. And a buddy of mine, Kobe Mack, got me on to some of the Adidas shoes. And he got me onto these. This is the Ultra Boost. By Adidas, and this foam down here was made by NASA for the astronauts and eventually got leased out to Adidas. So Adidas did not make this foam. Now they have multiple versions. I think they're up to like version 5 or 4. But the foam is always the same. Anytime you get this like cloud foam looking, it's not cloud, it's called Ultra Boost. It's Boost foam. Anytime you get the Boost foam, dude, this has cured my foot and back problem over the years. And my dad, I bought my dad a pair, and he's been wearing them over the last few days.
I don't know a lot of people like with your like build, like size and stuff that have a lot of foot and back problems. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, I've had a lot of issues. Like my feet have always been collapsed since I was little. So, but I had a big dude down the street that I know that's about 6'2", 220, 230. and he's got plantar fasciitis, or whatever it's called.
Plantar fasciitis.
There you go.
The fascia of the bottom side of your foot gets fucking pulled super tight.
So basically, like, I have early signs of gout right now. Like, that's where I get a lot of the issues on my foot. But these shoes, I'm telling you right now, they will cure you. Like, it's the craziest thing to hear. They're not cheap. You know, retail, they're 180. You can find them on StockX for 100, 110, 130. Maybe not the color that you always like, but you can look it up. I got my dad a pair the other day. He's been wearing them for about a week. And I've been watching him. He put his other shoes on the other day to go do something because he knew he was getting muddy. And he was like, dude, they hurt. My feet hurt. My back hurts. It's been less than a week.
Yeah.
So anybody that's having issues with your feet, go check out the Ultra Boost. Send me a message if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'll help you out with it. I'm sure we've been running super long right now.
Super long one today.
Kota's probably ready to call it quiz.
I'm like actually itching for another beer, but yeah, I'm.
What do we got?
I got things I can go do.
Oh yeah, hour 15.
Yeah,
I'm proud of us.
It's a good one.
It's been.
I feel like it's been longer than that. We got a lot in that hour 15.
Yeah, no, it's been a good one. So I got Bob coming in on Friday. So we're gonna have a Bo Back Bang Biscuits and a Bernie Dyke special. We're gonna sneak that in. It's gonna be
Bo Back Bang Biscuits.
That's just the Bo Back Bang Biscuits.
That fucking came off the tongue so smooth too.
Well, that's the guy. So so Robert will be here on Friday.
Hey, fuck you, Robert.
Yeah,
and that goes for the rest of you Roberts out there too.
I'm going to get the foam out of here. There'll be no foam. We ain't got to worry about that. He's got a 5-foot touch rule for Dakota's safety. I might even pull a different mic out just in case.
Yeah, give him a different mic.
But
piece of shit.
Unfortunately, Shayla couldn't make it out because she's got to work this week. And so happy Thanksgiving to you, Shayla. If you end up getting to the end of this podcast, I'm sorry you had nothing to do.
Has she been listening to him?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I doubt it.
Hey, Shayla.
We're boring. But if you do, thank you. And when we do get a chance, I might just bring my equipment out to California and knock that podcast out there. But Bob's going to come in. He'll probably give us a little bit of a fill-in. Probably not. He'll probably just be fucking Wild Robert. So
yeah. Then we also got another guest, hopefully on Monday. I don't want to drop his name yet.
Oh, no, please.
Let him know. A friend of ours, Jared Gabriel.
If you guys got the time to go through and look up Jared Gabriel on Apple Music, look him up on Spotify.
He already committed to coming in next week, so I got to get with him again.
Yeah, we're excited because I like his music. I like that, like Dakota said in the last episode, that he's doing it all on his own and he's really busting his ass. So
yeah.
We want to promote that, and we want to sit down and have a little conversation with him. And then, who else we got coming in?
I know Garrett wanted to come back.
So Garrett from Wildcat Peak, we had a lot of fun with both of those guys, and we're gonna have another Wildcat Peak episode. Don't you worry.
Yeah,
we're definitely that's coming soon. But the fact that these goofballs work together and see each other enough that we're not work together, but work against each other.
I had so many of my friends that were like, in the beginning of that episode, we said something like work together, and it was like, no, we work against each other. And he was like, yeah, fuck you, Kota. I had so many friends that were like, how long have you known him? Like, I barely know him. They're like, dude, that was such a fucking funny episode.
Bro,
I've gotten some of the most kudos on that episode, actually.
Before we even got started, and he's like, Archer's on at 5, so we can hurry this shit up. And I'm like, I don't even know what to say right now. This dude's like, fuck it, let's go. So
we also got Damien wants to come back on, Tragedy. He has taken an endeavor of quitting his job and solely going off of music and his other little side endeavors, which is like he does some screen printing, some vinyl printing for shirts and stuff like that. I think like maybe stickers and other things like that on vinyl. But yeah, so he quit his day job. Don't quit your day job, they always say. He did it. Done did it. And he's pursuing his own solo endeavors. And I was just with him the other week, about a week or two ago, and I told him I wanted to have him back on. He said he would love to be back on, and we're going to talk about how that's been going for him. So I said, let's wait another month, let you be out there on your own for a little bit longer, and let's see how it's going.
That way you can bring some new heat to the table that nobody's heard yet.
The heat. He's working on stuff right now too.
I know he is. The kid, he's super ambitious. I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him because it takes a lot of balls to do that. So
Takes the balls, boy.
Hey, dude, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. So don't be like other people, even myself, where you wait till you're in your 30s and you're looking back on, I had my opportunity. I didn't take it.
I could have had 300 podcasts by now.
Fucking take that opportunity, brother. You're doing a great job. We're proud of you. We love your music.
We got a couple other guests to see you in the tank.
Yeah,
don't want to talk about it yet because
Smoke.
I haven't talked to him quite about it yet.
Urban Smoke. I'm calling you out, brother. Yeah.
Leo,
listen, brother. We're gonna need to get Urban Smoke in here with the Kota and the Keegs, and that way we can get to the next level of smoke-tasticness. Yes. You know what I'm saying, my friend?
Yeah, we need to get you on, Leo. He actually just moved. They just sold a house or buying a house.
I know he's been busy. We're not shitting on you, brother.
It's a holiday season.
We're excited to see you when you get here, bro. So. This is the end of episode 30. Shout out to all the Spotify. I almost said Spoticasts.
I thought you were going to say Spotify.
All the Spotifucks, all the Apple fucks, all you guys out here. I'm stealing all Dakota's fuck yous before we get out of here.
Yeah, I didn't do too many fucks today.
No, so we've been good. Even I held it back. I didn't even blow it out like I did last week, or 2 weeks ago. So thank you for everybody that pays attention to the episode. By the way, my mom listened to the whole one. She does pay attention. She said, love you back at the end of the last one. Love you, Mom. Love you, everybody that's paying attention to this. Share this with a friend. Make their day. Keegs and Kota out.
Out.
Peace.